Hey everybody, I just wanted to take this opportunity to share with you a little bit about our upcoming mid-year assessments. I have a 365 document where you'll have access to not only the testing schedule, but each grade level testing roster. You'll notice that our mid-year reading assessment is this Tuesday and Wednesday, February 9th and 10th. Third grade, your test administrators' names are listed here. Fourth and fifth grade, your test administrators' names are listed here. The double asterisk means that Miss Wynn will be subbing for Miss Miranda on Tuesday the 9th. The locations where the testing will take place, those rooms are listed here. The group size for each test group is listed here. If there's a proctor, the proctor's name is listed in here as well. And then what type of group you have. So if it's a regular tested group, it just says REG. If it's a group that receives accommodation, it says 504, ELL, or ESE. And then in the bucket, you'll also have what each child's accommodations are for testing in your bucket. So please refer to that. We're going to begin testing at 8 a.m. and the length of the test is 80 minutes. The extended time groups are receiving time and a half and will reconvene after that and to see if the kids still need an extended time beyond that or not. So let's just try to stick to those time frames at this point. The math assessment is a 1-day test. Its recommended length of time is 80 minutes as well, and we'll start at 8 a.m. I do know that this will impact some individuals' planning time and you won't have your specials. I have two possible solutions for that. One, if you're okay with missing your planning, go ahead and just send me that I missed my planning that day, and I will give you 30 minutes comp time for the day that you missed planning. The other possible solution is that you can reach out to another teacher at another grade level who's not testing and see if they'd be willing to switch their specials time with you to accommodate your testing and then you still get your planning time. Please, if you decide to do that, communicate with the specials area teacher so that they're aware and they're expecting a different grade level to attend at that time. All right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and let's say I'm a third grade teacher. I'm going to go ahead and look to see, all right, well, where are my kids going for testing? So you'll notice that these are filter or sort tabs here that you can sort however you need to. So let's say I am going to filter for my homeroom. And let's say I'm Miss Givens. So I'm going to select Givens. I'm going to click OK. And this is Miss Givens or homeroom roster. The students who are shaded yellow is really just information for me because of their accommodation grouping. So ignore that. But over here, you'll see this is all of Miss Givens' students. And then you'll see here, this is who the students will be testing with. So Miss Givens can go ahead on Monday and start letting her boys and girls know that they'll be testing. Some of them will be testing with Miss Weaver, some will be testing with Miss Lohman, some will be testing with Miss Givens, and some will be testing with Miss Nunn. So she can go ahead and print this out, so she has it. We're going to File and Print, Active Sheet, and she's going to want to fit all columns on one page. Click Continue, and it will take you to go ahead and print it. Now, I'm Miss Givens, and I want to see who will be in my tested group. So I'm going to select all here. And then I'm going to go to the test administrator column and I'm going to deselect and select only Givens. And now I can see who will be in my testing group. So I have some of my own students, but then I also am getting students from Miss Nunn. So I can go ahead and do the same thing, file, print, and then I have my tested roster group. So I know who I'm testing that day. Now let's say I log in and I look at this and I'm a different teacher and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my kids aren't there. We don't have all the third or fourth graders here. It's because this icon right here looks like a funnel. It's because somebody has sorted it and that's how it was left. So you're going to go and hit select all and you'll see now all of the third grade students have shown back up again on the roster and you can go ahead and sort it for yourself. Okay. For each session, you're going to go ahead and let me know if the student was present by marking a P in the session, an A for absent students, a W if the student has withdrawn. And you don't have to worry about the P/I because that's going to be for FSA. You're going to do that for session 1 and session 2, and then when we're finally done, we're going to initial off that you returned them to my office. A couple of things about this session. If a student is absent for the first session, Please put their test booklet in the Ziploc bag that's in your bin. Record the student's name. So if Giovanni Ayala is gone, I'm going to write Giovanni Ayala on the test booklet. And I'm going to put his teacher's name, Ms. Weaver, as the teacher's name, and I'm going to put it in the Ziploc. That Ziploc bag is going to go on the top of my testing bin, not the bottom, on the top. Then the next day, if Giovanni arrives and he's here, he's going to go ahead and take the session 2 with the rest of the group. I will go ahead and pull him at a later date and time to make up session 1. So you'll put his test booklet back in there with a post-it note that says make up session 1 on top of his test booklet. This will help make sure that all the kids get their testing done and that nobody's missing a session here or there. I have the same tabs for 4th grade, and I have the same tabs for 5th grade. And you'll notice that this one is already sorted, so it looks weird. So I'm going to go up here where it looks like the funnel, and I'm going to go ahead and clear the sort to select all again. Okay. The biggest thing that we need to remember about this is our FSA sort of practice and prep. Please know that the FSA will be happening in April and May, and that all e-learners are going to be required to be back on site for FSA. So our testing groups are likely to shift and change to accommodate that. Some things that we're going to have to problem solve around for that is considering the number of kids who are going to have to be dropped off and picked up during FSA. We've never had to deal with that before. So that might impact our begin and end times for FSA assessments and things like that. If you notice any issues or concerns, please just go ahead and test on Tuesday and then make a note and let me know, and we'll try and fix it for the math assessment the following week. I got this information off the instructional planning tool, or what we also call IPT, so there might be errors that I'm not aware of, but this is what's in the main frame. So if you notice something that might be off or wrong with an accommodation or something, please just make a note, let me know, and I'll fix it for the math assessment. If there's anything else, please let me know. Email me and communicate with your team to see if you can problem solve some of this, because I'm just one mind, and there's likely things that I haven't thought of or didn't consider when putting the groups together that maybe you feel would be a better fit for our next assessment. I thank everybody for all your hard work, and if you have any questions, let me know.